Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. Today we are going to see the lesson History of Subcontinent. In that chapter, we are going to see Introduction, Barter System, Hindrance of Commerce, Elimination of Hindrance of Business. Okay, first we are going to see the introduction. Commerce has been in practice since time immemorial. It is part and parcel of human life, whether it is a king or a common man. It emerged as economic activity mainly as barter system, which means exchange of goods for goods. See, before the invention of money, the goods were exchanged for some other goods. That is called as barter system. So normally, human life, they don't need lessons. They need some food particles or they need food, cloth and shelter. Isn't it? If it is a common man or a king, whoever it may be, they need. Okay. So commerce is a vital part in our daily life. Okay. So it was so comfortable for neighboring villages, states, even countries to practice under in the absence of medium of exchange in the form of money today. Nowadays, with the help of money, we are doing everything. Isn't it? Before and all, it was not like that. So, however, the concept of money occupied its predominance. So, now money is only a dominant place, isn't it? When scarce resources were to be either exchanged between parties in need or countries in demand over a period of time, barter economy to the dimension of monetary. So that's why before the invention of money, the barter economy only took place. Economy where money was used as a medium of exchange of goods and services after that. Okay, so the barter after the invention of money, the money only the dominant place. Okay, so money is a medium of exchange, unit of account, store of value. So everything is based on money only. Okay, so trade and trader in the Pandya dynasty. Trade and commerce was so common to Pandya dynasty. Information collected from the diaries of foreign travelers, voyages, mariners, and adventures of the ancient world highlighted the prosperity of trade in the Pandya dynasty. The Hebrew and Latin literature, archaeological remains in Aden, Alexandria, Java, Sumatra, and even China support the fact of existence of trade network in the Pandya country. Trade in copper, cloth, salt, flour, and then sandalwood, fish, paddy, cereals, pearls flourished during their period. So in Pandya dynasty, you know very well, in Pandya dynasty only so many invaders came to India. Okay, so many foreign travelers came to India and they started doing trade. Okay, so many cloths and then salt, flour, sandalwood, fish, paddy, cereals, pearls, and all they started doing trade. Okay, so through the Alexandria, Java, Sumatra, and even China, they support the facts of existence of trade network in the Pandya country. Okay, the place where the goods were sold was called Angadi in their period. Day market was called Nalankadi and the night market was called Alangadi according to Saint poet Ilango in Silappatikaram Madurai Kanchi. He described Madurai as Iruperu Neramadu, meaning sleepless city due to round the clock business activity. See, now also the Madurai they will say sleepless city only. Always 24 hours they will be working. Okay, and then a day market is called Nalankadi and night market is called Alankadi. Angadi represents market, you know, very well. Isn't it? Even in Silappatikaram, the Ilambadigal said in his poet also. Okay, coastal trade in ancient Tamil Nadu. Big cities like பூம்புகார் had the Maruvarpakkam island town and Pattinapakkam coastal town had market and bazaar where near merchants met one another for the purpose of selling and buying different kinds of commodities and foodstuffs. The coastal trade in the sense, you know, very well near the oceans. Why in the sense they can easily transfer their products from one side to another side. So before and all, you know very well, Egyptian civilization and all started near the bank of river only, isn't it? So the port towns like Tongi, Kurkai, Pugar, Musiri were always seen as busy with markets with activities related to import and export. Why they are starting the things everything near the rivers in the sense they can transport their goods from one bank of river to another bank. Okay, so that's why the import and export were started. They were engaged in different kinds of fishing, pearls, coaches, and produce salt and build ships. Slowly, they started with build ships. See, before and all, they were started going through Padagar, Kimili, Toni, Ambu. Like that only, they were crossed the rivers for domestic trade. And Kallam, Marakalam, Banagam, and Navi were used for cross oceans for foreign trade. Okay, like this only, it was there. Contribution of Kautilya to trade. Kautilya's Ashtasastra describes economy in Mauryan time. According to Kautilya, trade is medieval India was centralized. It levied duties on goods brought into the city and could be sold after payment of duties. Kautilya give importance for the state in relation to treasury, taxation, industry, commerce, agriculture, and conservation of natural resources. The barter system next. Goods were exchanged for goods prior to invention of money. Each party to barter must have surplus stock for the trade to take place. Both the buyer and seller should require the goods each other reciprocally, that is double coincidence of funds. Buyer and seller should meet personally to effect the exchange. The barter system reasons you know very well that they can exchange their goods for some other goods, and then though those buyer and seller should meet their they should meet each other. Then only they can exchange their goods. Okay, personal meet should be there. Okay, and then constraints of barter system. Why we are not following that barter system? The barter system envisages mutual exchange of one goods to another goods without money as a medium of exchange. So without no money, that's why they exchange goods for goods. The barter system had many difficulties as follows: lack of double coincidence of funds, non-existence of common measure of value, lack of a direct contact between producer and consumer, lack of surplus stock. First, we are going to see lack of double coincidence of funds. So they have to meet each other, then only they can exchange their goods. That is the lacking there. Okay. So sometimes they can able to go, otherwise sometimes they cannot. Okay. Unless two persons who have surplus the demand for the goods possessed by each other, barter could not be materialized. If instance A is having surplus of groundnut and B is possessing rice in surplus. In this case, A should be in need of rice possessed by B, as later should separately need groundnuts possessed by A. If this coincidence of funds does not exist, barter cannot take place. Because somebody need rice only, they don't want groundnut. So how it will take place, isn't it? Non-existence of common measure of value. You cannot measure the value of thing because barter system could not determine the value of commodities to be exchanged as they lacked commonly acceptable measures to evaluate each and every commodity. It was difficult to compare the value of all the articles in the absence of an acceptable medium of exchange. Lack of direct contact between producer and the consumer. It was not possible for buyer and seller to meet face to face in many contexts for exchanging the commodities for commodities. This hindered the process of barter in all practical sense. They cannot meet each other because a buyer will be in somewhere else and a seller will be in somewhere else. How they will meet each other? Lack of surplus stock. If you are having surplus stock only, you can sell the goods. The absence of surplus stock, one of the uh, impediments in barter system. If the buyer and seller do not have surplus, then no more barter was possible after the invention of money. By the invention of money as medium of exchange, there are other reasons in the smooth exchange of goods from place of production to place of consumption, like place, time, risk, knowledge, finance, everything take place. So hindrance in the sense obstacles. So many obstacles we are facing. So hindrance of commerce. Production of goods and service of satisfaction of human wants is the main objective of the industry. Commerce serves as a valuable link between the producer and the consumer. It renders a variety of services to ensure that the passage of goods and service between the two is complete without any let up or hindrance. Definition. Accordingly, commerce may be defined as the organized system for the exchange of goods and services between member of industrial world. It comprises all form of trade, wholesale trade, retailing, import, export, and entrepreneurial services, which aid and assist the trading activities such as banking, transport, warehousing, insurance, and advertising. See, the commerce is the very important link between the producer and the consumer. So, what this definition, what they are saying, it is the organized system to exchange the products and services from producer to consumer. Okay, and then it includes all the wholesale, retail, export and import and everything. And then commerce aids are banking, transport, warehousing, insurance, advertisement, and everything. Okay, the elimination of hindrance of commerce. How to eliminate so many distractions, so many obstacles we are having. How to avoid all this? Business consists of all industries and commerce. It serves to remove several hindrances and solve many problems while facilitating the production and distribution of goods. The various hindrances imposed by business are as follows. Hindrance of person, hindrance of place, hindrance of time, hindrance of risk of deterioration in quality, hindrance of risk of loss, hindrance of knowledge, hindrance of exchange, hindrance of finance, hindrance of developing an exact product, hindrance of food selection and delivery at those steps. Hindrance of the person. Manufacturers do not know the place and the phase of the consumer. That you know very well. The production will be somewhere else and the consumer will be somewhere else. We do not know we are wearing clothes. Who made that? It is a retail who knows the taste, preference and location of the consumer. We do not know the location of the consumer. The chain of the material consisting of wholesaler, agent and retailer establish the link between the producer and the consumer. See, from the producer to the consumer, so many middlemen will be there. They are helping us to get the products, the wholesalers, the agents, the retailers. The wholesaler will give to the retailer will give to the consumer. And then hindrance of place. Production takes place in one center and consumers are spread throughout the country and the world. Rail, air, sea and land transport brings the products to the same place of consumer. So the transport will help us to get the products from one place to another place, isn't it? So it will carry the goods on men everywhere. Hindrance of time. Consumer wants products whenever have money, time, and willingness to buy. Goods are produced in anticipation of such demands. They are stored in warehouse in different regional countries so that they can be distributed at the right time to the consumer. See, for example, if you are consuming the goods in the sense, on that time only they will not produce. They will produce and keep in a separate place, and then whenever the demand will occur, that time they will supply the products on time. Hindrance of risk of deterioration in quality. Proper packing and modern air-conditioned storage house ensures that there is no deterioration in quality of products. Goods are produced against insects, rats, evaporation. See, all the products we are keeping safely in the warehouse in the sense the product will be we can avoid deterioration. Okay, for example, perishable goods are there in the sense we can avoid deteriorated the products. Okay, we can avoid wastages. Okay, hindrance of risk or loss. Fire, theft, flood, and accidents may bring huge loss to the business. Insurance companies serve to cover the risk of such losses. So the insurance company will compensate everything. Okay, for whatever loss happen, the insurance company will give compensation for the loss. Okay, in terms of knowledge. So any new product is coming to the market in the sense how do we come to know through the advertisement only. So advertising and communication help in announcing of new products and their uses to the people in terms of exchange. Money function as a medium of exchange and buying and selling of any product or service by payment of the right price. So right price we are giving, we can buy or sell the products. In terms of finance. Producers and traders may not have the required fund at the time of delivery. Whenever we need money, where we have to go and get only bank. Banks and other financial institutions provide funds and help in the transfer of funds to enable the functioning of business smoothly. So the banks or financial institutions will help the business people to whenever they need, they can give the money. So required funds we will need, we will go and get from the banks only. So hindrance of developing the exact products. So research and development, new innovation of products, everything will help us to uh, improve your business. Research and development help in developing the exact product or service which can satisfy the specific wants of consumer and thus improve the standard of living of the people. So new products, new research, innovative products are coming in the sense it will satisfy the human wants. Hindrance of both selection and delivery are those days. So many nowadays we are using online purchases and the online the e-commerce, electronic commerce. So whatever we are ordering, it will come to our doorsteps, isn't it? Flipkart, Snapdeal, like that. So it is a delivery at doorsteps. E-commerce enables the consumer to select the products in the website, place online order, and make payment after receiving the product at the doorstep. Automatically, we will be getting the product, isn't it? So, do you understand, children?